lovers, welcome back to the Bibliovert channel. My name is Jacqueline. I am so excited for today because it's going to be a little bit different than what we normally do, and I cannot wait. So typically when we have a book buddy read, it is for our patrons and we make a vlog for it and we share it only with them. However, for the mass readathon in this month, we are sharing our book buddy read vlog with everyone. So for today, we are buddy reading Spend the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. I haven't started it yet and I cannot wait. I've heard really good things. I've heard it's kind of like Mulan meets Project Runway, which I think is going to be really interesting. I have zero fashion taste, so we'll see how this goes. We are also going to be doing a reading sprint over on our YouTube channel for like an hour today, and that's going to be our first time doing that as well. So today's just kind of a bunch of firsts and I can't wait, but I'm going to go ahead and start this, and yeah, I will check back in periodically with some of my thoughts, and yeah, that's kind of how today will go. Okay. Oh, there we go. Guys, you want to do the book buddy read vlog with us? Yeah? I guess you're invited. Can you get all situated for me, please? There we go. Okay, so first things first, the way that this book starts is really good. It seems like it kind of starts in the present day and she's telling this story to her family. And so you kind of already have an idea of how it ends, and I'm captivated. This first page like totally grabbed my attention. Okay, not me getting emotional. I'm only on page 11. I have two older brothers and they are the most precious thing in the world to me, and I love them dearly, and I loved growing up being the only girl and being the baby of the family and having them always be my friends and my protectors, and just my heroes in every sense, and always looking up to them and everything. So the relationship that Maya has with her brothers is just absolutely precious. And it's making me think of my brothers. It's just sweet. So even though it's only page 11, I'm already a really big fan of this book. One of her brothers died. Oh. Or now her favorite brother died. Two of her brothers are dead. This hurts. He died 2 days before the truce. Oh. I feel like I need to call my brothers and tell them I love them. Elizabeth Lim did us dirty by setting us up to love her brothers and then having them die. That is cruel. I'm only 15 pages in. This is cruel punishment. Okay, so clearly I'm just in like a mushy-gushy mood today because everything's making me get emotional. Okay, so we've officially had our Mulan moment. Maya has decided to go to the palace in place of her father. She's going to try and be the royal tailor. She's cut her hair, but she was stealing clothes from her brother, and her brother broke up, and Keaton came back from war and he is paralyzed. And so he's trying to help her be prepared and training her. And she said, "Promise me you'll try and walk." I said to him, "A little every day. I'll take a step for every day that you're gone." That was enough to solidify my decision. I kissed my brother on the forehead. Then I hope to be gone a long time. All right, so the time has come for our reading sprint over on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and move over there, get everything set up. And yeah, I'm super excited. This is our first time doing it, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Say hi. Are you ready to do our first live on YouTube?
I am impressed with you for figuring this out.
Yeah, it took some time.
don't think that I would have been able to figure it out.
It took way too long.
Sorry.
Have you started Spin the Dawn?
I have not. No, I'm really excited about starting it. I don't think I'm going to get to all of the books that I originally wanted to finish by the end of June. So I'm making this one my priority.
Nice.
Out of the 3 that I have left, I'm hoping to knock this one out tonight.
Love it. Well, I'm only 15 pages in and I've cried, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Great. Love that for us.
Can't wait for you to get to that part. Yeah, so during the live, if I look up and you're like sniffling in the corner, you might not cry though. It was kind of for a weird reason. Like, I think I'm just hormonal today.
Well,
it is what it is. Okay, say bye.
Bye.
Okay, so I'm back. We just had our hour-long reading sprint here on YouTube, and it was so much fun. I got some good reading done. I am now on page 94, and I did try and take some notes while I was reading so that I could keep up with all of my initial reactions. So she has started her trials, and the magic scissors. Did not expect that in the least bit. So I think that's really interesting. I'm curious to see where it's going to go from there, considering like, is it kind of cheating? Even though like she's the one, like it is using her designs that she's come up with, and obviously she was sabotaged. But anyway, kind of curious about that one. The Lord Enchanter, hello, tall, dark, handsome, mysterious man. Big fan already of him. Amy the maid flirting with her like absolutely cracked me up because it took her so long to figure out what was going on. That one made me laugh. Check the note of, I'm not quite sure if I'm pronouncing this right, but Shitara, the little lamb comet, and that's what the Lord Enchanter calls her. I'm thinking that he has to be the hawk. She has finished the second trial, the glass slippers, and she made it through, and she just had the conversation with the Lord Enchanter in the garden. He knows that she's a girl. He knows that the shawl was enchanted and knows about her scissors, and like even gave them back to her and was like, you need to use them. And she said no, and she doesn't want his help even though he's offering it to her. And she's just received the 3rd trial. There are now 4 of them. She's just received the 3rd trial of making the paper jacket that is supposed to show the Great Spice Road in kind of all of its entirety. So she's going down to the markets right now in order to pick out some of the things that she might need for it. So I'm liking 2 of the other tailors that are there with her. And then I don't really remember anything about the 3rd one. I don't think he's like been overtly mean to her. So anyway, I said this in our live stream, y'all, I'm smitten with this book. I think it's so cute. I am really, really, really enjoying Maya as the main character. I think she's fabulous. I love the way that she thinks. I think she's super creative. Love the Lord Enchanter. Like, all I needed was like, he wears all black and he's mysterious. And I'm like, cool, I'm in love. And then like the little lamb, like, stop, I'm done. But yes, I'm absolutely loving it. I have 0 fashion sense at all. Like at all. So I was a little bit nervous going into this of being like, am I going to be able to understand everything? Is this like going to be kind of my thing? And I'm very pleased to say that as of right now, I don't feel lost in it. I don't feel like inadequate in my knowledge of fashion. It's like, so in my opinion, it has been perfect for me, and like kind of understanding everything. So I've really appreciated it. So I'm gonna keep going. And yeah, so far, absolutely loving it. Think it's super cute. Love the characters, love the concept. And I'm excited to continue reading it. Okay, so this is a really rogue, very rogue thought process, but I'm going for it. So the king just arrived into their little tailor room, and she noticed how there like seemed to kind of be an enchantment in the room. So my hypothesis that's probably going to be very wrong for this book is going to be that the Lord Enchanter is actually the king, but he like dons his Lord Enchanter-ness so that he can have more freedoms and things like that. And that because our girl Maya looks a lot like the soon-to-be queen, that maybe she'll end up taking her place instead, because she seems miserable, which is kind of sad. So, kind of a rogue thought. We'll see what comes from it. I'm literally on page 100, and I'm like a third of the way through the book, so we'll see if I'm completely wrong, but that's kind of my thought for right now. Okay, literally one sentence later, I'm wrong. Eden, the Lord Enchanter, is in the same room as the king, so unless he's like making someone look like the king, I could be wrong now. Bummer. I really liked my idea. I literally took one sentence. Oops. I might stick to it anyway. I officially feel sufficiently bamboozled. I thought that Norbu was a very nice tailor friend. Wrong! Not only did he set the room on fire and try and kill her, he then ironed her hand, which, big yikes. Here I was thinking he was a good guy. Okay, I can't get over how much I'm enjoying this book. So I just finished part 1, and basically that was like the entire trial of becoming the Emperor's tailor. There you go, Penny. And so it was down between her and Norbu. Norbu's not a nice guy. And she exposed him, he exposed her. She was given like 40 lashes and was taken to prison. And the only reason that she was let go was because the Emperor needs her to be able to create anything that his soon-to-be wife will need with the scissors. So he knows she's a woman, he knows that she has magic scissors, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that. Like, there's no deception, like she's not hiding it from the king. Instead, he knows. She is going to have to continue to pretend to be her brother, but I'm not gonna lie, I think I expected the trial part to be a little bit longer of the book, like almost the book would be entirely the trial. So now that that's over, I really have no direction of what's coming next in the book. But I'm really, really liking it. I'm really interested in the characters. I'm really interested in where the story's gonna go. I have had a really fun, enjoyable time reading this. It's been really pleasant. There hasn't been anything that I've been like, I don't love that. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm on page 163. I'm almost halfway done with the book. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm pleasantly surprised. So going to continue on for part 2 and see how much more I can finish today. We have a journey. And they're going on it together. I'm really loving this book. Okay, so it's been a little bit. I'm on page 270, chapter 26. I only have a little bit left to go. And it's really sweet. So, Eden and Maya have kind of become a couple. They've kissed a couple of times. She just got the moonlight from the mountaintop. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I'm really enjoying like the journey that they're having to go on, and kind of how it's very mythological, like at its base, and kind of an impossible journey to take, but I don't know, it's kind of fun and I'm enjoying it. I really like Eden. I think he's a fantastic character, really witty, really funny. I love their banter. He was in his hawk form and he just brought her flowers, which is really sweet. I'm just like, this is such a fun read. It's a light one. It's been quick and easy, really enjoyable. Nothing like too deep or complicated that you have to think about. The characters are just pleasant and fun, and I am really excited to see where the rest of it goes. I've been trying to find on the map where the third location that they're going to have to go to, and I can't find it. So I am curious to see how they're going to get the stars. So I'm going to continue on. I'll check back in a little bit, and I'll just share some more of my thoughts. Oh my gosh, I'm only one page farther than when I last checked in, but I just need to read this out loud. So he brought her flowers and he's changed back into his human form, and he mentioned that she like accepted the flowers, and they're talking about how customs and courting and bringing flowers to those that you're wanting to court. So she asked him like, what about your oath? And he said, you told me to make up my mind, so I have. He said softly, it is an illusion to assume we choose whom we love. I cannot change how I feel about you. I would move the sun and the moon if it meant being with you. Okay. Well, that's sweet. I need to like start showing Connor some quotes that I really like and see if he'll start saying them to me. Would you move the sun and the moon to be with me? Okay, like literally another sentence farther. He just said like, as for my oath, I can't promise to break it, but I would do everything in my power to make you happy. That I can promise. And then he was like, do you not want me to court you? Simply say the words and I'll stop. And she didn't say anything. I'm like, girlfriend, accept him. What are you waiting for? Crazy. Oh, thank goodness she accepted the courting. And thankfully it was by the time the chapter ended, so it really wasn't that long of waiting, but they're gonna court each other. I just think that's cute. I feel like we don't read many books where it's like, can I court you? So it's kind of cute. I like it. I like it a lot. We arrived at Lake Bedouin 3 days later than scheduled. Yeah, you did. Okay, so I just finished chapter 31 and the end of part 2. Eden. It's kind of reminding me a little bit of, if you have read the Ember and the Ashes series, the decision that Eden just made is vibing a little bit with that. I'm gonna try and not spoil parts of the Ember and the Ashes series, but I am unwell. I just went back and reread the like intro to the book, the prologue, I guess, and how she's like telling her story to her father and her brother, and how she's like going to be willing to do anything to save the boy who doesn't have a name but also has 1,000 names. I only have like 60 pages left and I'm nervous. But it's really good. I'm still enjoying it. It hasn't been like boring or slow or anything like that at all. It's been a really pleasant read, and yeah, I'm still enjoying it. I'm still really, really happy to be reading it. So onwards. I guess now the journey is over and she's having to make the dresses. And then we'll see what happens. I just finished. I enjoyed this book so incredibly much. The way that it started, the trials were so much fun. The middle part of the journey, I was a little bit worried that I would get bored. However, the way that Elizabeth Lim spun the myths into everything, and how it was almost a trial in of its own right, that she had to go and conquer these 3 challenges in order to sew these beautiful dresses, and then the relationship that she had with Eden, it was all just so incredibly well done. I loved the way that it ended, how she was able to set Eden free, even though it means that she's having to sacrifice of herself and she's unsure about her future. And the fact that she went home and her brother walked. Of course I cried at that part as well, because like what else is new? But the pride that her dad had for her, how he rejoiced when she's told him that it had been announced that she was a woman and was still going to be the tailor, how he wasn't ashamed that she was a girl. It just, the family bonds, the relationships, the characters, the plot itself, I absolutely adored this book. And I love the way that it ended. It wasn't a cliffhanger, so to speak, but it was definitely setting up the next book and also what is to come. So I loved it. 5 out of 5 star read for me. I will sing this one from the mountaintops that this is a fantastic book. I really, really, truly enjoyed it. And I am not gonna lie, I was not hopeful. I did not think I would like it, but I did. I loved it so incredibly much. So a very, very, very successful buddy read. I'm super happy that I read it. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the next one, and I have a feeling that'll be a book that I read in July because I don't want to wait any longer. So this is another book for the Massive Readathon done. I am officially a citizen of the Night Court. Thank you for joining me for this Book Buddy Read vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know all of your thoughts on the book. We are going to be having a discussion also in our Discord, the Massive Readathon Discord, so I will put that in the link below. We'd love for you to join that as well. But I hope you have a fantastic week. Happy reading, and I'll see you next time.